Broadcasting from under the roof of Marlins Park as we are ready for game time. We wrap up this quick two-game. Luis Castillo is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Marlins. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, 5 full innings for this guy in his last one. You couldn't really consider that a powerhouse outing. He was able to get a no decision, but I'm sure he and the team are looking for a lot more in this one today.
Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, this is a tough place to come in and play. The home team's they've played pretty well here. They got their fans excited about last night's W. Let's see if they can complete the sweep today.
You know, you always want to you want to get greedy, Zero, when you win the first game of a 2-game set, particularly when you're playing at home. And this team is a really good home team, so the odds are in their favor that they've got a good chance to pull off this sweep.
With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to get a chance to watch Xander Bogaerts do his thing. He's really excelled against right-handed pitching this season, hitting over 300 against them coming in. So given the matchup he's faced with here, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him make some noise at the plate.
He looks like he's toying with him here. It's 0-2.
I can't imagine he was sitting on fastball at his neck right there. He is going to have to lower his sights if he's going to have any chance.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Here's Charlie Blackmon now. First at bat for him as he enters play 3rd in the American League batting race. And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1. Castillo stands 6'2" and throws from the right side. He was selected in the 3rd round during the first-year player draft of 2018.
Hey, when you come out in the middle rounds, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into a solid big league ball player.
Got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end. Stepping up to the plate, Delino DeShields. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Throw will not be in time as a perfect bunt there nets him a base runner to lead off the inning. He's set and the pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, guys, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4. Pitch outside, the throw. Ball's there and he is out. Good throw.
Well, so much for that first hit of the game. Tried to press their luck and move him up to second with the steal, but it didn't work out.
So 1-1. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. The 1-2. He is taken high above the zone. And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
Hey, Joe McDonald, he's a tough guy to figure out sometimes, Zero. One inning, he'll be giving that inside corner. The next inning, he doesn't give much of that inside corner. His zone fluctuates a lot.
You know, Dan, you could see some definite confusion on the face of some hitters today. Questioning in the strike zone. One pitch is a strike on the outer half. The next time it's a ball. Kind of a little cat and mouse with the umpire when you should be focused on the pitcher.
We have a moment here in Miami to take a look at the Marlins starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, Matt, you got to love what Jonathan Lucroy does for this offense. He's working on a 6-game hit streak right now. That's almost a week, so I expect to see his hot hitting continue.
This is flared out towards second. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Digging in now for the Yankees, Salvador Perez. They'll get us started in the top of the second. First pitch coming, here it is. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. The 1-1 home. It's the outside corner for the second strike. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike three.
All right, here's the defensive alignment for the Miami Marlins. And let's spot shadow shortstop Zach Cozart. This guy doesn't get enough run because he does it the right way. It's not flashy. The ability to backhand, come across the bag on a double play, makes the game look easy. Very fundamentally sound and can handle a bat as well.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Yeah, nothing better, huh, guys? I guess maybe the crack of the bat, but I'm not as partial to that as most people. He looks good and loose out there to start this one.
And he will run this one down, moving to his left. That's the second out of the inning.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
Next for New York, Xander Bogaerts, as he begins this one as the fourth leading hitter in the American League. First offering on its way. Leaves a slider right over the middle.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he let go. I know it's early and they're probably wanting to run his pitch count up, but he may not get another pitch like that to swing at the rest of the game.
This one's blooped out toward right center field. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Well, this was a good start for the pitcher. First five guys, 5 up, 5 down, but the number 6 hitter proved to be a little bit more difficult, and that's a bullet hit.
Yeah, absolutely right there, Dan. Just a nice AB by the 6-hole guy after watching his first 5 brethren take a seat.
Cole Calhoun will stand in now, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300, so clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. Hit on the ground to short. Cozart has it, and he'll go the short way to retire the side. So here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Eric Thames. First at bat for him in this one. He was 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night. And that's waved at and missed for strike one.
That's just a great pitch right there. Great execution. He just got that hitter to think that pitch was knee-high. Nasty diving out of the zone.
Way in front of that fastball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Missed with a slider. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
All right, here's how the Bronx Bombers are going to set up defensively today. And guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
0-1 the count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Sliders in for a strike.
Boy, so far early into this one, this guy's pitching really well, and I'm a big believer in body language. He's getting the ball, he's working really quick, keeping the ball down in the zone. And if you take a look at this guy so far early on, a lot of positive signs. He looks like he brought his good stuff in this one.
The 0-2 delivery. Ripped down the line, and that's through for a hit.
Dan, you have to love it when your defense picks you up right there, keeping him at first base.
Boy, D-Roll, that looked like it had extra bases written all over it. Great job by the left fielder to get to that ball and get the ball back in, keeping that to a single.
And this one gets away, and no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. Behind 0-2 now. And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Boy, good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
Struck him out. Here's the first pitch to him. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball. Bottom of the second here with no score. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1. And Lucroy behind a ball and 2 strikes. High in the air into shallow left center. Turner shading to his right. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Now at the plate, Victor Rivera looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. A solo shot here to left, number 10 for him on the year, as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
In now, Jacob Faria. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here, no balls and a strike. The windup and the 0-1. 1-1. The 1-1. Misses for the second ball.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes you just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
Softly hit to the left side. And this gets on him quickly here and deflects off him. And he'll reach first safely.
That's a nice piece of hitting right there, Dan. He went heater up in the zone and then tried to drop the off speed, but he was on it.
Boy, Mark, that's the oldest trick in the book, right? You use one pitch to set up the other. This guy wasn't having any part of that.
The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. He's set. Here it comes. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1. The 1-1 is a fastball that misses.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
2-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Back up the middle. Jeanette has it, and there's one away. Well, he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out.
After fielding this one cleanly, you see he tries to take it himself at second base, but they just can't turn the double play.
Ready for another chance? Cesar Hernandez. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. A ball and no strikes. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
The 1-0. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Here comes Gardner. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, center fielder, Charlie Blackmon.
Digging in for his second at bat, Charlie Blackmon. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. Turner, the runner at first with 2 gone. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
Usually you see chases outside the zone on off-speed stuff like sliders, breaking balls, and changeups. But to chase a fastball that far outside the zone tells me this hitter's not seeing it well at all.
Throw over to first, and he's back easily. Swing by Blackmon, and it's hammered to right field. Piscotty is after it, and that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that the side is retired. Yankees are off and running early thanks to
Leading off for the Marlins.
Here comes the first
Right
pitch.
fielder, Stephen Piscotty.
Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So the leadoff hitter's aboard. Pitcher due up. Looks to be a textbook sacrifice situation.
Edgar.
The pitcher, Luis Castillo, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation. So let's see if that is indeed on right here. Oh, but they throw it away at second. And they won't get him as he's able to advance from first to third on what would certainly be scored a throwing error. So stepping in, Delino DeShields, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. 0-2 now as a curveball drops in there for a strike. Ready with the 0-2. Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul. Runners are at first and third with none out. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Here now the 2-2. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
Brett Gardner.
Here's Brett Gardner now. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. No balls and 1 strike. Here comes the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
Don't be shocked if he doesn't go right back to that same pitch. You could tell he jelly-legged him at the plate a little bit. Froze him, but just missed the zone.
The 1-2 pitch. Slider stayed too low. Ball 2.
Don't be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second, just because he took the first one, that this pitcher won't come back exactly the same way.
Turner is there. 2 down. Ready now for the Marlins, Jose Ramirez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Stays alive, still 0-2. Runners on first and third, 2 away.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
Little tapper down the first baseline. Throw on to first will be in time, and the Marlins can't cash in here, and that ends the inning. Marlins strand a pair. They trail this one 1-0. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Number 13, Salvador Perez.
First offering on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball. Line toward the alley in left center. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
The left fielder, number 22, Christian Yelich.
In is Christian Yelich. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. 1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error on the Yankee line score so far. (2-0) to the Yankees left fielder.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
The 2-0 on the way. Hit hard down the line. Ramirez is there to second for 1. On to first to complete the double play.
Now batting, third baseman.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. A base hit in his first trip. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Bogaerts hits right-handed pitching very well. Makes a lot of contact, but he generally isn't known for displaying a lot of power. You'll see a lot of line drives and ground balls from him in these situations.
Yeah, I almost think he has too good of hand-eye coordination, Matty. Sometimes maybe just attacks that pitch that's not there to do major damage with, but could just drive it up the middle the other way.
Bullet to second base. A fine play, and that ends the inning. Striding in once again, Eric Thames. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Eric Thames.
First pitch of the inning misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0. Now the 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Almost got him to go around, but instead it's ball 3.
That's a great job of keeping your hands back. You could tell he was totally fooled. His hip started leaking a little bit, but he was able to stay strong enough with his hands not to overcommit.
And that misses for ball 4. The leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Scooter.
Digging in to try it again. Scooter Jeanette. He reached on a single in his first try. 1-0 the count. The 1-0. Taken on the inside corner for strike 1.
Hey, that pitch right there caught entirely too much of the plate. Curveball that rolled over the heart of the plate. He's got to pull the trigger on that one.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Ball 2.
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart. Here's the first pitch to him. A little bouncer. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Oh, and a good tight slider there, and he's in command, 0-2.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
So the runner stays at first here with 2 away, and that brings us to our pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. And, whoa, you see the big number, 99 for a top speed. Not too many guys around the league can match that. In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit down the third base line. A runner on first with 2 away. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Cole Calhoun. He'll start off the 5th in this one. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
I have no issue wasting a pitch on 0-2 to try to get a guy to go fishing, but it has to be somewhat tempting. You're not going to get anyone to swing a bat at that pitch.
Little dribbler up the first baseline, but it gets foul. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. The 2-2. That's lifted the other way out to left. Gardner on the move, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
The first baseman, number 33, Victor.
Standing in, Victor Rivera. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
And that last at-bat, when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw right down the middle of the plate.
How about it?
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Into the box now, Jacob Faria, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Boy, a check swing on a pitch way out of the zone. Just held up, but boy, as a pitcher, you're hoping that he swings at that one.
Here it comes on 1-1. Fastball that just misses inside.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for after that second pitch.
Swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. The 2-2. He's offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3. So back to the top of the Yankee order. Digging in, Trey Turner. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. First pitch of the at-bat. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. 2 out with the man at first. to the left side. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. He'll start things out here in the home fifth, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2. The 1-2. That softly hit to right. Will that get down? Yes, it will. It'll be a leadoff single. With that, the Marlins get a good start to the inning with their leadoff man aboard.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
Now a bunt attempt here, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Showing bunt, but he winds up taking ball one.
Great decision there to pull back. Step number one in getting a sacrifice bunt down, make sure you bunt a pitch that you can handle.
On to first, and they get them both.
Oh, that's the last thing you want to happen when you're trying to bunt a guy into scoring position. He got it down, but you have to deaden the ball too. Otherwise, these infielders just eat it up and turn it into a double play.
And here's the second-generation big leaguer Delino DeShields. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. After it is Blackmon. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away. So a 2-out double here gives him some new life here in this fifth inning. And as you take a look there at the team leaderboard, you can see he tops all Miami Marlins in that department. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the digging in to try it again. Cesar Hernandez. He flew out in his last at bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line softly toward the hole. And that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swing in there as he's on to kick off the inning.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average golf player.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. One ball, one strike to count. Nobody out, runner on first. In for strike 2. The 1-2. And a pitch takes off inside, and it gets away. And just what they wanted offensively as the runner moves into scoring position. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And it's fouled away. And he struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Salvador Perez. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Line towards center field. And that's in there. Base hit. And the run's going to come in to score from second as they grab a 2-0 lead now.
Hey, Hero, there's a prime example of a little ambush piece, right? Come up there looking to hit right off the get-go. First pitch comes in, whack, base hit.
Yeah, you want to know if this guy was ready to go? He had a game plan. Hashtag ambush. Here we go now.
In is Christian Yelich. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball one. The 1-0. Now a double play ball here as this is on the ground to third. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Ready once again, Jose Ramirez. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Here comes the Yankee manager now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. A ball and a strike.
Hey, this offense needs to get it going right here. Somebody has to take it upon themselves to have a quality AB and get this team to start thinking past the baton mentality. They cannot continue to go up there and look like they have no game plan.
Bouncer up the middle. Tough throw to first. And a great athletic play to get him. Man, wow.
First baseman, number 9, Eric Hayes.
So here's the cleanup hitter for Miami. Eric Thames comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. A bouncer to the left side. Gloved by Bogaerts. Throw on to first will get him. Scored at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now. Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. There's a shot out to right center field. Gennett's going to turn for second. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well.
Now pitching for New York.
Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart, as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And Cozart even in the count at 1-1. 1-1. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. Got him, and he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. Danger of Chase Whitley is on his way into the ball game now, as he'll be making his 50th appearance of the year. Ready for another chance? Xander Bogaerts. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0 is looked at off the plate for a ball. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Two-0 count. The pitch. This is in the air to left. Gardner is there. 1 out.
Now batting, right fielder,
Cole Calhoun will stand in now. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. That's smoked, but right into the shift. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
for first baseman number 33, Victor Rivera.
Victor Rivera will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Grounded down the 3rd baseline, and this gets past him at 3rd as it hugs the line. A fair ball. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
Stepping in now, Sean Kelly. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. Runner in scoring position with two gone. Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Center field. On the move is DeShields, but he won't get there. It falls in. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with two outs.
Now batting.
Oh boy, this is some serious bragging rights for the next couple weeks in the clubhouse. When a relief pitcher gets an AB and is able to capitalize with a big base hit, he's not going to let the boys hear the end of this one.
The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. And the two-out threat will not come to pass. As digging in once again, Jonathan Lucroy. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one. So 1-1. Lifted in the air out towards left center. After it is Yelich. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Up next for the Marlins, right fielder, Stephen Piscotty.
Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. His past history with Sean Kelly. He's 0 for 4. No balls and a strike to count. And that finds the target. 0-2 now.
Don't just assume as a hitter right here he won't triple up. He's got you down 0-2, and he might really want to get inside your head if he throws the same pitch again.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Stephen Piscotty becomes out number 2 this inning.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys on this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
To right field and deep. Look at this thing go. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one.
Yeah, you could see he just made a mistake. He was cruising in the 7th, getting the first 2 outs, but then he offered up one that caught a little bit too much of the plate. This one got up and out of here, ruining what looked like a good appearance out of the bullpen.
1-1 to the Marlins leadoff hitter. Here's another one that's drilled. This one to left. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall. And hold all tickets now as the tying run gets into scoring position with a 2-out double. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. A slider that he looks at over the outside corner. The 0-1 delivery. Behind 0-2 now. 0-2, here it is. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning.
Your attention, please.
So a new pitcher set to come on as we'll see the hard-throwing southpaw Dan Runsler here. And now a pitch on the way. Sent on the ground out to second. Fielded by Jeanette. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Here's Charlie Blackmon now. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
0-1 the count. Set. Here's the 0-1. He pulls this one into right. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one.
Of course they feel good about the triple, but I know how managers thinking. He's in the dugout wishing that triple would have come when some guys were on base. They've left a lot of guys out there in this one. We'll see if his teammate can bring him home.
Next for New York, Christian Yelich. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Cozart with the great slide. It's there. He got him. So no runs here. Ready for another shot now. Jose Ramirez. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 0-1 on its way. Ball chopped foul here at the plate, and he's behind 0-2. Now the pitch. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a 1-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Scooter Jeanette. He hits with 2 away as they continue to trail in this close game.
Well, Matt, this has been a big inning on the mound. He's had to...
A drive that's got a chance. And that ball is gone to tie it. These guys don't want to go away. This game is all knotted up. Into the box, Zach Cozart, as he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Boy, right down the middle for strike 2. 2 out, nobody on. Drilled right back up the middle. Turner gloves it. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is... Back now under the roof at Marlins Park as we get a look outside at the bright lights of Miami. Dan Altavilla will be on the mound to start the 9th inning, and his job will be keeping the ball game tied until the bottom half. Thames is there for it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So striding forward now, Cole Calhoun. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. Here's a strike. Marlins have some action in the bullpen now as a right-hander is up and throwing. Now a fastball here that'll wisely lay off, and it's 1-2. The 1-2. This is on the ground over the first. Thames ranges to his right, and he'll step on first himself for the out. Now at the plate, Victor Rivera, and he's got a shot at history here, but he'll need a triple to complete the cycle. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. In the air out toward right field. Piscotty under it, and he makes the catch for out. In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. He'll step in trying to do something about this 2-2 tie. Trying to jam him with the first pitch slider, but it's in a bit too tight for ball one. And that's just off the corner and low, ball two. Soft liner towards short. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Riding in once again, Stephen Piscotty. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Back to the mound and off his leg. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. That batting average hovering in the high 230s. 2 home runs, 18 driven in. In there at the knees, 0-2 now. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. Simon Castro takes the mound as he'll be the first man to pitch here in extra innings. Digging in now for the Yankees, Shea Simmons. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swung, missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
It's amazing. I tell so many fans, you get in a box one time, the one pitch you're going to swing at more than any other is that elevated fastball. Your eyes light up as an offensive player, and you just cannot get to it.
Behind 0-2 now. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And that one stayed up a little high.
Oh, this is where you have to be really aggressive. 1-2 count on an American League pitcher that rarely bats. Go right after him.
Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1. The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? No, a little too much hook on it there. It's a foul ball. Tapped down the line. Foul ball, strike 2.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Trey Turner goes down for out number 2 in the top half. First pitch on its way. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. The 1-0. Taken, strike 1 outside corner. Bounce to first. Thames scoops it up, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning. Digging in and looking for more, Delino DeShields. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. And the throw to first will be in time, so they stamp out the bunt attempt. Here's Brett Gardner now. He went down on strikes last time up. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
Well, if you could throw it for a strike consistently, a first pitch changeup is effective. Hitters are almost never looking for it.
Now the 0-2 pitch. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Ready for another chance? Jose Ramirez. 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Behind 0-2 now. Here's the 0-2. Line drive to center field. And a clean base hit, so he gets off the schneid, as they say, and is now 1 for 5 in the game. So a nice job there to fight off an 0-2 pitch and keep the inning alive for at least one more batter.
Hey, that's a nice piece of hitting right there. 2-out base knock to put the winning run on base. Let's see if someone can catch a gap and end this thing.
Throw on to first, and we are stepping in and ready for another shot. Charlie Blackmon. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Line toward the alley in left center. And that's a base hit. He's now 2 for 5 in this one.
That's another base hit for him. I got to say, though, they've had a really hard time turning all these hits to anything productive on the scoreboard. Only 2 runs to this point, so stranded runners has been the theme most of the game. We'll see if they can cash in here.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. He'll square around to bunt, then pull back for ball 1. Go ahead run at first, nobody out. The 1-0. Now a bunt attempt here. Throw's going to go on to first, so a perfect sacrifice there as now the go-ahead run moves into scoring position here. In is Christian Yelich, and he could very well get the intentional pass here as that would set up a potential double play ball that might keep the game tied. But this is going to be hauled in out there at second base for out number 2. Ready once again, Xander Bogaerts. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Jeanette over to his left. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Digging in and looking for more, Scooter Jeanette. He's set to get the bottom of the 11th started. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Line towards center field. Blackmon is there, and he has it for the first out. Digging in once again, Zach Kozar. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First offering on its way.
Number 31.
A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. 1 out, nobody on. Still no balls and 2 strikes. The next 0-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Wow, we've seen some really impressive pitching in this one. You could say these lineups have been anemic, but I always like to give credit to pitching and defense, and they've been fantastic all game long.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. In there for strike 1, 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a cut fastball, but that doesn't threaten the zone. It's even at 1. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
1-2.
Hit out towards second. And that's through for his first base hit in this one. Some 2-out success, and that means Stephen Piscotty will bat this inning. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. Now the 1-2 pitch. Ripped on the ground to first. That's through a base hit, and he's got his 3rd hit of the game. Throw comes in quickly, but the winning run is in scoring position now with 2 away. Dansby Swanson will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike. Looking at his career totals, Swanson is slugging a little under the 400 mark, so the chances of his connecting with the ball right here aren't particularly good. Down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least one more. Scott Ober gets the ball as he'll take over to start this 12th inning.
Number 45.
Striding in once again, Cole Calhoun. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. Lucroy has a play, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Coming to the plate now, Victor Rivera, and we'll see if he can get something into the gap to make it interesting. He's had a great game so far, but needs the triple to complete a cycle. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-1 home. Left side. Ramirez showing off his range. And quickly there are 2 away.
Now batting, pitcher, Brand Roethlisberger.
Adrian Beltre will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 35, Adrian Beltre.
Slider, and this is hit on the ground out to short. Cozart is there. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Jake Diekman will be summoned here to start the home 12th, and the best case scenario for him is to take us to the 13th. Just a bit jumpy that time, swung on and missed. The 0-1 pitch. Softly hit out to short. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again, Brett Gardner. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. We'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Slider taken for a called strike, 2-1.
That's a nasty pitch right there. You got to tip your hat as the hitter. You get a nasty slider like that, there's nothing you can do. Actually a quality take.
To third. Bogarts has it. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Ready for another shot now, Jose Ramirez. And looking to improve on a 1 for 5 effort so far. 1-0 the count. Here's the 1-0. Heavy sinker just stayed inside. 2 out, nobody on.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the New York Yankees, number 45.
2-1 to Jose Ramirez. The 2-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Turner fields it cleanly. On to first, and we're headed to third. So back to the top of the Yankee order. Digging in, Trey Turner. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. And, oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Now batting.
Digging in now for the Yankees, Cesar Hernandez. Leadoff man on base, and we'll see what they have in mind strategy-wise here. And that's the first out. Here's Charlie Blackmon now, and he could very well get the intentional pass here, as that would set up a potential double play ball that might keep the game tied. But unfortunately, right after shortstop for the second out. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. Here's the first pitch. Now a line drive, and that may be enough to break our tie. That's down for extra bases. He's in at second safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play. In is Christian Yelich, attempting to, as they say, get off the schneid here. 0 for 5 so far. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Back up the middle. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head. And now this ball's going to wind up out of play. And that'll compound matters even further. From the stretch. Grounded back up the middle. Played on the backhand. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. So 2 runs on just 1 hit in the inning, 1 error, and a runner left on. Pat Mishak enters from the pen now as they've saved their closer until this deep into extra innings.
Now pitching for the Yankees, number 93, Pat Mishak.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. He struck him out the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Now the 1-0 is swung on and missed, strike 1.
Ball, 1 strike.
1-1. Sent on the ground out to second. Hernandez takes it in, and he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the 2nd out. Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. A ball and no strikes. The 1-0 home is in there for strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Now it's swing and a miss, and he's behind 1 and 2. Miami down to their last strike. Back up the middle, and there's his first base hit in this one. A 2-out hit, one that'll bring up Jonathan Lucroy to bat this inning.
Somebody always takes an 0-4. You don't want to be that guy. He was 0 for 5 coming into that plate appearance. This knock had to feel amazing for him. 1 for 6.
The pitch is circle changed just a bit inside, and it's 2-0 now. Here's the 2-0. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. That pitch was so slow it barely registered on the radar gun.
Yeah, Matt, we don't see too many pitches crawling to the plate like that, especially these days. That can be a really tough pitch for a hitter to wait back on.
Throw on to first, and the Yankees are going to get out of here with a split in this brief 2-game series as this ball game is over. 4-2 the final score tonight. A.J. Ramos gets the win in relief. MLB Network has baseball coming your way on a summer night at Oriole Park in Baltimore. Tonight we continue the road trip with the first of 3 between the New York Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Sal Romano, a right-hander from the Empire State, gets the starting assignment here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA. That's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. 1 good game, 1 bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point. And it'll be interesting.
Matty, this is a classic case of hitting is contagious. They scored a bunch of runs last game, and this team is flying high right now. There's a fight at the bat.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Hey now. 73 degrees our game time temperature here tonight, and it probably won't get a whole lot cooler than that. Pulled toward right center field. Gordon giving chase. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now.
Center fielder.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Ball 1.
Boy, good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
And the 1-0 is sent out to straightaway center field. Hicks is in his tracks now. And that will retire the side. So a wrap. In now for the O's, D. Gordon. He enters play 6th in the American League in the batting range.
Fielder, D. Gordon.
And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Gonna be a tough play. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out. Time now to check out Buck Showalter's lineup card for the Orioles in this one. B-Row, what do you got in this lineup in the series opener?
I got that this lineup, Matty, in Oriole Park likes to swing the bats. This place plays small. This place has a low wall. You can drive it out pretty much line to line, and there's a lot of room to be a hero in this yard.
And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Mike Fillmore.
Hey, D-Roll, Mike Fillmore, one of the most consistent umpires throughout the league. Both pitchers and position players love this guy.
Yeah, I think one of the best in the business. How I judge a good teammate is every day he opens that door. Is he consistent? Can I count on him? Mike Fillmore is the exact same way behind the dish. One of my favorite pitches in the game right there, the old Greg Maddux equalizer. Started at the front hip and bring it back.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. The 1-2 takes this the other way to right, and that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
First pitch on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball. Here comes the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
This is what every pitcher likes to have. Another 0-2 count really puts the hitters on the defensive side in multiple ways.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is. Striding forward now, the Yankee cleanup hitter, Salvador Perez. And you see what he's done in recent action. Obviously seeing the ball well right now. Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. The 1-0 home. Sent on the ground out to second. Merrifield picks it up. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second. Stepping up now, Christian Yelich. He's carrying a batting average of just over 300, so clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. The 0-1 on its way. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. This pitch is popped up, and this is taken in for the second out. In now is the Yankees DH, Xander Bogaerts. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So a 2-out knock, and we'll go a little deeper into the top of the second.
Well, this was a good start for the pitcher. First 5 guys, 5 up, 5 down, but the number 6 hitter proved to be a little bit more difficult, and that's a bullet hit.
Yeah, absolutely right there, Dan. Just a nice AB by the 6-hole guy after watching his first 5 brethren take a seat.
A changeup that just nips the outside of the zone. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300, so clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. Romano has become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. The kind of guy you want on the staff when your team needs some rest because he tends to eat up innings all by himself.
Matt, every team is looking for a guy like this. In a day and age where we're going to the bullpens more early and more often, you need at least 1 or 2 guys into the rotation that have the chance to get you into the 7th or 8th inning, and he's definitely one of those guys.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
Cole Calhoun will stand in now. Now a check swing. Did he go around? No, says Kenny Jansen. It's ball 1. The 1-0 is taken. Strike 1.
1-1.
2 men are on with 2 men out. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Lifted the other way out to left center. Valenzuela moves over, and that's the 3rd out. Striding forward now is the DH, Fletcher Allred. He was 1 for 4 back in Wednesday's contest. In there for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. Coming to the plate now, Whit Merrifield, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. It's 1-0. Bottom of the 2nd here with no score. Hard hit ball to second. Hernandez has it. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. Back on Wednesday, it was a 1 for 5 performance for him. Fastball in there for a called strike. The 0-1 delivery. And he fouls this one off. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Seared down the first baseline. But this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. So coming to the plate, Victor Rivera. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Hit to 3rd. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd. The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. 2nd appearance here. He grounded out to start the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that one just missed outside. 3rd inning, no score to this point. A ball and a strike. Two balls and a strike now to the Yankees leadoff man.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Healy is over to take a look at it.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Now a check swing, but he does manage to hold up in time. Ball 3.
Boy, a check swing on a pitch way out of the zone. Just held up, but boy, as a pitcher, you're hoping that he swings at that one.
Liner toward right center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance? Cesar Hernandez. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now here's a ball hit high and deep to straightaway right field. But he will haul this in on the run as he had to go back to the warning track to do it, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Riding in once again, Charlie Blackmon. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Tough slider down low for a strike. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball one. And this ball hits the first base bag. He dives, but he can't pull it in, and it's down the line into right. So now they'll have two men in scoring position following the two-out double.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hit streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to something, some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
In the air toward the line and right. And foul. Now the 0-1. Slapped hard the opposite way. Gordon is there, and he puts this one away for the third. In now for the O's, Aaron Hicks, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Aaron Hicks.
Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. And he misses again, 2-0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. The count now at 2-2. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
He's just got great strikeout stuff. In his last start, he racked up double-digit Ks, and it looks like he could finish up in that range again here. He's really an exciting pitcher to watch when he's sending guys packing like this.
Here's Troy Tulowitzki now, and for him, you have to think a turnaround is coming. Clearly not going his way of late.
That pitch was right down the heart of the plate, but obviously this guy had made up his mind on the on-deck circle. He was taken all the way, and he was going to zone him up.
On the ground to the right side, and that is through into right field for a single. Number 9 batter comes through that time, as it'll now be up to the top of the order with 1 away.
Hey, this guy's been slumping at the plate. Saw his average fall below 240 prior to this at bat. That knock had to feel good.
Ball 1 to start the at bat. Now a bunt attempt here. On the barehanded attempt, gets by him here, and that ought to go as a bunt single. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Andres Valenzuela. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. No balls and a strike to count. Comes set with the 0-1. A good knee-high changeup taken for a strike. Tulowitzki over at second. Gordon is over at first with 1 away. And this pitch is lined softly here to the right side. Foul. The next 0-2. He's offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3. Digging in for his second at-bat, Anthony Rendon. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the 3rd. And the changeup is way low that time. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Hard hit toward the hole. And there's a base hit as that gets through into left. Throw comes in quickly here, and that'll prevent the runner at third from testing things here.
Boy, this is a big inning, Brew. And how about back-to-back-to-back singles? The bags are loaded, and he is in deep trouble.
Yes, he is, no doubt about it. Nothing fires you up more than knocking the donut off your bat on the on-deck circle and realizing all the pillows are taken right now. Major traffic. You got to stay within yourself.
And the throw to first is there. The inning.
Leading off for the Yankees.
First pitch of the at-bat. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Valenzuela is in pursuit. He's got it one away.
Now batting, designated hitter.
One gone in the inning now. Here's Xander Bogaerts. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Little chopper back to the mound. On to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the fourth.
Now batting, third baseman.
Next for New York, Didi Gregorius, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Now here's a check swing. Did he go around is the question, and yes he did, says the man in blue. Strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Line to the right side. A dive, but he can't come up with it in right as it skips right past him. Around second now and headed for third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Now batting.
And that's the chance you take when you lay out for a ball like that. You make the play and you're a hero in the highlight shows. You miss it and you're picking yourself up and chasing after it.
Cole Calhoun will stand in now, and he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball. 1-0. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Now the 2-0 home. That's lifted the other way out to left. And a base hit as the run will score from third and the Yankees score first. It's 1-0.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
In now, Victor Rivera. Now here's a fly ball, well hit. Hicks going back to the track, and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall. The relay throw. The throw, and he's tagged out at third. That'll end the inning, but they do score one on the play. Ready now for Baltimore. Fletcher Aldred comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Got him.
This is the kind of at bat where your hitting coach grabs you on the way back to the dugout to have a little chat about your approach. Not a lot of positives to draw from that at bat when you take 2 strikes and then you chase one out of the zone to go down on only 3 pitches.
With Merrifield next to hit. as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out.
6 pitches, 2 strikeouts in the inning. Hard to beat that. And beyond that, he has to feel good about the way the curveball is coming out of his hand. That was a nasty looking pitch.
First offering on its way. A curveball that catches the inside corner. The windup and the 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
And there's number 8, 1 away.
Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. Pulled pretty badly there as he reaches to poke this one foul. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. Struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3. The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First delivery to him on the way. Laid off as it caught the inside corner. On the season, Turner hits in the 240s, so there's room for improvement in that regard.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. The 1-2. Hit back up the middle. There to field it is Tulowitzki, and the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting, second baseman.
Digging in once again, Cesar Hernandez. No hits and 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Check swing called strike. 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. Lifted the other way to left center. Tulowitzki calls for it, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out.
Now batting.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Valenzuela is under it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Coming to the plate now, Aaron Hicks. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did it get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Here's a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And this is chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Boy, he's really on a roll in the hill right now. As we roll through it again, remember, he struck out the side in the last inning, and now he picks up right where he left off by striking off the leadoff man here. Let's see if he can keep this going for a little bit.
Standing in now, Troy Tulowitzki. A base hit in his first trip. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Behind 0-2 now. The 0-2 delivery. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Another 0-2 home. Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away.
The right fielder, number 9.
Here's D. Gordon now. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Towards second, and this is taken for the out. 1. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
Number 13, Salvador Perez.
Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a check swing here, but he pretty clearly broke the plane, and it's 0-2 now. Now the pitch. Hit hard on the ground to first. Healy brings it in, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. In is Christian Yelich. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. First offering on its way. No balls and 1 strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at.
That's a real tough pitch to hit. That's, as in the pitcher's jargon, we call that the Hall of Fame pitch. That slider down and in. Really, the only way you're going to be able to hit that pitch is if you're looking for it down and in. And still then, it's a really difficult pitch to hit.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Not a real good pitch there, 0-2. Probably not what he was trying to do with that fastball. He was trying.
Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him. So he'll head down to first on the hit by pitch. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. He was a ground out victim last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line drive to center field. In there, a base hit.
Now batting, third baseman, Gregorius.
And now here comes Oriole manager Buck Showalter on his way to the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. He's set and the pitch. And a changeup right down the middle.
Well, the Yankees have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to see if they can get it, but now it sure would be a good time.
The 0-1. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. Pulled toward right center field. After it is Hicks. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out.
Now batting.
Ready for another shot now. Cole Calhoun. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. A bouncer up the middle. Throw on to first, and the Yankee threat goes by the boards as the inning. Leading off the inning, Andres Valenzuela, and they'll need him to get something going here. And he lays off there, 1-0. The 1-0. Hit out towards second. Hernandez right there, and a good throw gets him 1 gone. In now is Anthony Rendon. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
Fouled off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Chopped weakly to the left. Turner has it. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes, and he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. And that one stayed too low apparently. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike. 2 out, nobody on. That's to first. Does he have another 1, 2, 3 inning? He most certainly does. 10 straight. He's retired now. Welcome back to baseball on MLB Network. Yankees leading this one as we get ready to start the 7th. But before we do, here's a look at our game summary to this point. He's set. Here it comes. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. So it's an inning opening single to kick off their half of the 7th.
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out ambush tactics. First pitch fastball middle in, and he's able to drive that for a nice single.
The speedy Trey Turner digs in now as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Quackenbush, once a member of the San Diego Padres organization, who was signed as a free agent in the middle of last season.
Yeah, I know he expected to get a longer-term deal, but these are the facts right now. He is on a 1-year deal, and he is going to have to produce if he is going to get that multi-year he's been looking for come off season.
First pitch fastball swung on and missed. 0-1.
It's amazing. I tell so many fans, you get in a box one time, the one pitch you're going to swing at more than any other is that elevated fastball. Your eyes light up as an offensive player, and you just cannot get to it.
Behind 0-2 now. Line drive to left, and that's in there. Base hit. Well, when you're going as well as he is, not even a 2-strike count is going to get in your way.
Yeah, Matty, he's having a monster season, well over 300. Right there, when you're feeling that confident at the plate, it doesn't matter what the count is. You're willing to go deep and still feel confident.
First offering on its way.
Nope.
And a fastball just a bit up.
This game is getting interesting real quick. The last thing you want to do on the mound is fall behind. Needs to get back in the strike zone right here.
And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. The second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this ready once again. Fletcher Allred. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square, pointed towards the pitcher. That'll keep everything on plane.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Fletcher Allred is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. Starts him out with a changeup for a strike. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. There's a changeup over the outside corner.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Whit Merrifield comes the second out of the bottom of the 7th. Ready for another chance? Wilson Ramos, 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1, 2, 3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Three up, 3 down for the Orioles. They trail it here 2-0. Zach Duke has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 32, Zach Duke.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. Lifetime numbers against Zach Duke. He's 0 for 4. First pitch coming. Here it is. On the ground to third. Fielded by Rendon. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Look at our line score there from Oriole Park. The Yankees lead this one here in the 8th, as the O's will get a couple of more cracks before this one's all said and done. In is Christian Yelich. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. And now a right-hander up and throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. And it's 1-1. Grounded to first. Healy picks it up, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting, designated hitter, Xander Bogaerts.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line to the right side. So he'll add 1 to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one. So the 2-out hit keeps the top of the 8th inning extended.
Hey, Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, you'll take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
Here's Didi Gregorius. Oh, that grounder caught him. Fortunately, he's able to stick with it and get the out at first. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Aaron Hicks. 0 for 2 for him to this point.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Back up the middle and in for a base hit. He's around first, heading for 2. And the Orioles are in business here. It's a leadoff double.
That's what you call a clutch piece of hitting. Down 2 runs, he puts himself in scoring position and brings the tying run to the plate. We'll see what they do with the base open here. This one's getting interesting.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Line to the right side. But a foul ball. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And another foul ball.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
Struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, D. Gordon. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line-out. 0-1 count and the pitch. Fastball hit on the ground is short. Turner loves it, and that's the second out. Striding in once again, Andres Valenzuela. Fourth trip to the plate now, and he's hitless to this point.
Yeah, he and his teammates have really been shut down by some very good pitching in this one. Been fun for a guy like me to watch.
2-0 to the Baltimore left fielder. 2 balls and a strike. Coming up on the century mark in pitches now through the first 7 2/3.
And he's going to empty the bucket right here. He sees the finish.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. A nice look there at the Inner Harbor here in Charm City as we welcome you back to baseball on MLB Network. First pitch on its way. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. Movement in the Orioles bullpen now as they've got a left-hander up and throwing. Here it comes, 1-0. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. The 2-0 is taken, ball 3.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Ready once again, Victor Rivera. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Fly ball right down the line in left. Valenzuela on the move, and he makes the catch in the corner. So back to the top of the Yankee order. Digging in, Trey Turner. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Gordon moving forward. He's got it. A great running play. In now is Anthony Rendon. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Well, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. His dominance continues on the mound, but it seems like he might be running on adrenaline only at this point.
Yeah, he's been so great in this one. You want to see him finish what he started, but you also have to start worrying about things like injuries. He's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, and some guys are just more capable of that than others, but not a lot of good things tend to happen when you've worked as hard as he has in this one.
Now a big swing, and this ball is crushed out to deep center field. Into the bleachers and gone.
And I don't want to pat ourselves on the back or anything because it's too bad he lost his shutout bid, but we were just talking about this. I think he's completely gassed out there, and that home run is probably a good indication of that.
Ready, here's the first offering. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Missed with a slider. 1 out, nobody on. Ground ball right side. Hernandez fields it cleanly on to first, and the Orioles are down to their out. Final line there for the Yankees starting pitcher. He was great all night long. With Merrifield next to hit. He went down on strikes last time up. In there, no balls and a strike. Baltimore down to their final strike. Grounded back up the middle, and that's through for a hit. So that'll extend the inning and bring Wilson Ramos to the plate with 2 away.
And if you're the manager, you've got to love that about your team. They were down to their last strike, but they refused to go down without a fight, so they lived to fight some more.
0-1 the count. Down the first baseline. And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
He's proven to be an awfully reliable reliever this season. He wraps this one up and collects his 20th save of the year so far.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. So the Bronx Bombers host road win number 40 on the year. Roenis Elias hangs win number 11 on his line, picking up 11 strikeouts along the way. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and the entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody. Major League Baseball on the show is next. John Lackey gets the ball for the Orioles in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, John Lackey, Matty, not an overpowering guy. When he first came up to the big leagues with the Angels, had the big fastball. His fastball is still good, 92 to 94 miles an hour. Has the curveball, the slider, and the changeup. 4-pitch mix. He needs the secondary pitches because his fastball isn't what he used to be. But if John Lackey has command of his off-speed pitches, he can still shut anybody down.
And a cold strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight. Guys, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight, they come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
Yeah, Matty, they lost last game only by 1 run. Those are the tough ones. But I'm sure they've looked at the film, made a few adjustments, and let's see if they can give a better effort today.
Yankee shortstop behind in the count 1-2. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
Wow, how about that? He was tempted to make a swing at that pitch right there. That was way out of the zone, but he just kept his hands back enough.
Popped up. Healy is there. 1 out. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Dero, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Are we still a big believer in batting average, Matty? In today's game, I'm more interested in the OPS number. But that's not to take anything away from this offense. They lead the league in batting average, and what that tells me is they're getting a lot of guys on base. There's a lot of guys with some good approaches and good plans today. See if that leads to a bunch of runs.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a neck-high fastball that time. Dribbled up the line. That rolls foul for strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. 2 balls and a strike to Cesar Hernandez. Now the 2-1 pitch. Grounded to the right. Merrifield scoops it up. Throw to first gets him, and Lackey looks to be in control here. There are 2 away.
Batting third, center fielder, Charlie Blackmon.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. First at bat for him as he enters play third in the American League batting race. Now here's the pitch. And a breaking ball backs him out of the way. 1-0 the count.
You know, we'll see him work both sides of the plate with his curveball. Maybe not that far in, but he'll move that pitch around the zone to give it a different look.
A ball and a strike. Lackey has become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. The kind of guy you want on the staff when your team needs some rest because he tends to eat up innings all by himself.
Matt, every team is looking for a guy like this. In a day and age where we're going to the bullpens more early and more often, you need at least one or two.
Meanwhile now, this ball's trouble as it looks like it'll be good for extra bases. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. And he is into third with a 2-out triple.
Yeah, everyone knows this guy's been having a great year at the plate, but he's not exactly a gazelle on the bases. But he turns on the jets here and makes it all the way to third. He might need an oxygen tank, but hey, he made it.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. No balls and a strike to count. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. And this is chopped foul near the plate, and the count will move to 1-2 now.
Can't imagine he comes back with a third breaking ball. That hitter looked like he timed that one up pretty well and just missed it, fouling it away.
Started to go around, but it's a called third strike anyway, and that will retire. Jonas Moyne, a right-hander from the Keystone State, gets the ball as the starter in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy's a fun guy to watch pitch. Not necessarily an overpowering guy. Has an ERA in the low 3s. But one thing he knows how to do, he knows how to pitch, and he knows how to minimize damage. If you're going to have an ERA in the low 3s in this day and age, you're doing a lot of things right, and this guy should be fun to watch in this one.
And as the Yankees get started here tonight, guys, they come in playing well. 6-3 over the last 9 ball games, including a victory last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Andres Valenzuela becomes the second out of the bottom of the first. In now is Anthony Rendon. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. First delivery to him on the way. A high fastball is in there. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike.
Hey, that's case in point right there. He thought that was going to hollow out his rib and ended up being a strike.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Grounder down the line at third. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
No balls and 1 strike. And he just ramps up and gears the fastball by him. 0-2.
This offense has been warned. If they didn't know already, now they do know. He's got his A-game fastball with him today.
A pause and the 0-2. And it's fouled away.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. One left for the Orioles. Still no score. Next for New York, Christian Yelich. And he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. Here comes the first pitch. Breaking ball just misses the inside corner.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball's coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
That evens it up 1-1. Fly ball to straightaway left. Valenzuela has a play. One down. Here's Xander Bogaerts now, and he enters play today, currently 5th in the American League in hitting. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2.
If I'm the guy in the batter's box right here, I have to take a step out, adjust my batting gloves, take the pull side out of it, because that was 3 fastballs in a row.
And he held up in time, but it's strike 3 called, and there are 2 down. Here's Didi Gregorius. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. And that misses inside. 1-0. The 1-1. Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down, and the inning continues. And with 2 out, that means Cole Calhoun moves from the on-deck circle into the batter's box next.
Boy, Giro, anytime a lefty takes that pitch on the outer third and drives it the other way, you have to be awfully impressed.
Yeah, you have to be. It reminds me of Will Clark back in the day taking that ball the other way. You have to be able to play with the whole field to have success in the big leagues.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Fastball called for strike 2.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at-bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
Gregorius leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Check swing and a quick appeal down to third, but Darryl Parker says he did not go around. It's ball 1. The 1-2. Yanked fouled off to the right. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. Here now the 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Now here's Lackey's 3-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. The next 3-2. High pop-up. Healy is there for it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. His solo shot accounted for their only score of the ball game a night ago. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Taken, strike two.
Hey, I don't blame him right there, giving up on that inside curveball, little front hipper. That's a tough pitch. You just can't figure out where the point of contact should be.
Fouled away.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
Here now the 2-2. And he fouls this one off. And he got him.
All right, boys, let's take a look at how the Yankees are setting up on defense today. And I'd like to focus on Salvador Perez, the man who dons the tools of ignorance behind the dish. He's a clubhouse leader. He's one of the best pitch framers in the game. He's like a soft blanket back there for this pitching staff.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Changeup in for a strike.
Well, if you could throw it for a strike consistently, a first pitch changeup is effective. Hitters are almost never looking for it.
Bottom of the second here with no score. Well hit. Deep down the right field line. And that is a foul ball. Just missing extra bases deep in the corner. Now another 0-2. And the changeup is way low that time.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Wilson Ramos goes down for the second out in the bottom half.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hot shot to third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. We'll move to the third with no score.
Leading off for the Yankees, first baseman.
First pitch of the at-bat. And that one just missed outside. 1-0 count. Here it is. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. The 2-0 on the way. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Ball 3 to a leadoff hitter that can run. Not the greatest way to start this right here. I think right now you really have to start pouring some pitches into that strike zone.
3-1 the count now. Here's Tulowitzki at short. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Digging in for his second at-bat, Trey Turner. He topped out in his first trip. Now here's the pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Two-0 now.
That was one of the easiest takes he'll have all year, and it puts him in a great hitter's count. He's got to take advantage of this situation.
Third inning, no score to this point. Two balls and a strike now to the Yankees leadoff man. Set to deliver on 2-1. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in two that time. Oh, and no time to get him at first, not with his speed, and that'll go down as an infield single.
Boy, there aren't many times, D-Row, that you're going to get an infield single that's fielded by the catcher. A la, that was a worm burner, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's crazy right there. That's just flat out great hustle, because that's a tough play for the catcher right there. He definitely cleared himself and gave him that throwing lane to first base, but that guy was picking him up and putting him down.
When you get to first base, do you even look into your dugout? Or the guys laughing at you for hitting one that short?
100%. They're laughing hysterically at you. You know what? You take out your BGs, and you tell a first base coach that's a line drive in a box score tomorrow.
Oh, but he thought better of it as he aborted the steal attempt and headed back to first. Ready with the 2-0 pitch. He's running again. Bouncer up the middle. Fielded cleanly. Only play will be to first, so with the runner in motion, they stay out of the double play. Stepping up now, Charlie Blackmon. First pitch on its way. No balls and a strike to count. Two out here and a runner at second. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Back goes Joyce at the track, but he's not going to get there, and he's headed for extra bases again. He pulls into third safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
Man, the pitcher was this close to getting out of the inning and leaving that runner stranded, but the guy standing on third had other ideas, driving in the first run of the game.
Stepping in now, Salvador Perez. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Fastball that time is nowhere close, and it's even at 1-1. Men on third with two down. This one's down to third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. But an RBI triple gets the Yankees a run. Bottom of the third coming up. Now 1-0 Yanks. Here it comes.
Leading off for the Oriole.
Lifted down the line in left. After it is Yelich. And they can't run it down. The 0-1 pitch. Way out in front.
0-2 is the count.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike three called. One away.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
First offering on its way. The breaking ball that time in for a strike. Tulowitzki, who's long been referred to as just Tulo, of course. He was taken in the 30th round during the first-year player draft of 2018.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off.
And a swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2.
Wow, talk about mowing him down. How about 2 strikeouts on 6 pitches? He isn't messing around, and these last 2 batters have had no answer for what he's throwing up there.
First delivery to him on the way. Line toward the alley in left center. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances. Digging in to try it again, Andres Valenzuela. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
No doubt this is a steal situation right here. 2 outs and the leadoff hitter on first. This is the time you roll the dice and hope he gets in the scoring position where he can get a hit to bring him home.
And here's one that misses, so it's 2-1 now to the Oriole left fielder. Good time to call the change as he swings and misses for strike 2. Hit on the ground out to short. Turner fields it cleanly. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian with you as the left-handed hitting Christian Yelich settles in to start out the inning. Here comes the first pitch. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. The 1-1. And it's fouled away.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 will not catch the zone. Ball 3.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
And this will be put away easily for the out.
How about it?
So with 1 away, let's punch up the graphic and show you the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters here in the 4th inning. Both guys pretty close. Top speeds of 95 and 94. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Valenzuela is right there, and he's got it for out number 2.
Now batting.
Stepping into the box, Didi Gregorius. He singled his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Pulled softly out toward right, and that is in there for a 2-out base knock. So the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive.
Hey, that was a well-executed pitch down and away. Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the offense. It's a nice piece of hit. Maybe not what he was looking for, but the result was there.
Cole Calhoun will stand in now as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Ready is Lackey. The pitch fouled away. And he swings here and sends one in the air deep down the right field line. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Ready on 1-2. So this is right to Tulowitzki at short, and that'll end the. Striding in once again, Anthony Rendon. He reached on a single in his first try. Too low, 1-0. The 1-0. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. 1-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
Hey, if these guys are going to have any chance in this one, they are going to have to set their sights a little lower. You cannot expect to get the barrel of the bat to that baseball. That is entirely too high.
And 2-2. Into the corner and slicing foul.
Hey, great swing right there. I know the ball's foul, but he absolutely laced that pitch right there. He's just got to stay back a little bit longer.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Swing and a liner. Foul.
Hey, I'm loving this right now. Classic battle. 5 fouled balls in a row. I'd love to see this next one put in play for sake of pace of play, but I love the fact that he's battling.
And that's in for a base hit, his second in as many trips to the plate. So make it 2 hits for him in this one as he's on base here in the home fourth. And as you can see on the graphic, he currently sits second on the Orioles in that category. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. A changeup over the inside corner. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes, even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
And there's ball 1. The 1-1 home. Strike 2 swinging. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. And there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
Boy, this guy has really good stuff so far in this one. How about 7 Ks, and we're just in the middle innings of this one. If he continues this up, this could be a real solid performance.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. Calhoun has a read on it. 2 gone. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Pedro Diaz, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 on its way. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down, runners at first and second. A ball and 2 strikes now. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one in. Digging in for his second at bat, Victor Rivera. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Right back at it now is Lackey as he gets ahead to start the frame. It's strike 1. And he lays off for ball 1. Two balls and a strike to the Yankees first baseman. Now the 2-1 pitch. And this swing is wrapped out to Tulowitzki at short. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
You can tell this offense is getting frustrated, but this might be one you have to shower off. When a guy's locating like this, fastball at the knees and to both corners, it's going to be tough for them to do anything with it.
Now the 0-1 from Big John. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. Here it comes, 0-2. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Tulowitzki ranging into the outfield, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Now batting, second baseman.
Ready for another shot now, Cesar Hernandez. He's rolled into groundouts a couple of times already here in the ballgame. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball one. Throw over to first by Lackey. Runner's back. And there he goes towards second. Drilled to the left side. And that gets through for a one-out base hit.
Wow, that's surprising right there. Hit and run tactic used to perfection. Ball's hit to the outfield. The batter does his job. I don't know how that runner's standing on second still. You tip your hat to the outfield to get it in super quick, but he's got to take the chance to get to third.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. And the runner will score from second. And he's in safely at third as 2 runs come across to score away from the play.
That is now 3 triples for him in the game, which is darn near impossible. In fact, the last 15 years or so, only a few guys have done it. Pretty impressive what he's been able to do in this one.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
And it's quickly 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Hit down the third base line. And it's in time to get him, but a run is in to score away from the play.
2 runs already home, and now you can make it 3. Good job right there of keeping it simple and putting the ball in play.
First pitch of the at-bat. Short, hit hard. Up with it now is Tulowitzki. Throw in time, and the side is retired. With Merrifield next to hit. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Takes this the other way to right. Calhoun is there, 1 away. Digging in now, Troy Tulowitzki looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Oh, look out. Hot shot to third, and there are 2 away.
Center fielder, number 9.
Here's D. Gordon now. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Toward the alley in left center, that's a base hit. And with his speed, he may be thinking about 2. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double. But baseball is a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
No question, he's swinging the bat very well of late. And when that's the case, you can't wait to get in the batter's box. Definitely the case.
And the throw is in time to get him to Kevin Quackenbush takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 61.
Ready once again, Xander Bogaerts. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. From the stretch. Liner towards second. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
Nothing fires me up more than watching an offensive player stay inside a baseball and drive it the other way.
D.B. Gregorius.
Here's Didi Gregorius. Line drive, fair ball down the line. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Not really much the pitcher can do about that one. He put the ball down in the zone where he wanted it, but it was just a solid piece of hitting. Goes down and gets it and pulls it into the corner for extra bases.
Yeah, as you know, Dan, sometimes the hitter just wins. Paul Calhoun will stand in now as he'll take a look at ball one. No hits to this point. The set and the 1-0 pitch. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Gordon moves over. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. The relay to third now, but he's safe. As also on the play, a run comes across to score. Next for New York, Victor Rivera. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
It's amazing. I tell so many fans, you get in a box one time, the one pitch you're going to swing at more than any other is that elevated fastball. Your eyes light up as an offensive player, and you just cannot get to it.
Ready with the 0-2. Liner toward right center, and that'll get down out there. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's a 6-0 ball game.
Now batting, shortstop, Turner.
So back to the top of the Yankee order, digging in, Trey Turner. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit sharply on the ground. There's one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and no one left on base. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. It's the Yankees 6 and the Orioles nothing. In now is Anthony Rendon. It was a single for him in his last at-bat.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and it's 0-1. Grounded to short. Turner has it. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batting.
Digging in and looking for more, Matt Joyce. He was a strikeout victim his first trip and then collected a base hit his last time around. 0-1 the count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
I always say hitting's a process of elimination at the plate. I think he could go ahead and eliminate changeup. 2 in a row back to back. I don't think there'll be a third.
And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game. First pitch of the at-bat.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding.
And he will get there as he had to cover a lot of. Back here on the show. Yankees leading this one as we get ready to start the 7th. But before we do, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Set and the pitch. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Joyce is under this one, and very quickly one gone.
Up next for the Yankees.
Ready for another chance. Charlie Blackmon, and just a remarkable line for him thus far. 3 hits, all of them triples. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Nope.
And a neck-high fastball that time. Movement in the Orioles bullpen now as they've got a left-hander up and throwing. The 1-0 delivery. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. The 1-1. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. On to first, and it's a quick start to the 7th as now there are 2 away.
Now batting.
Digging in now for the Yankees, Salvador Perez. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. He's set. Here it comes. And a bouncing ball, foul. Salvador Perez behind in the count, 0-2.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready. This guy is not throwing a ton of pitches. He's confident in his stuff. He is pounding the zone.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. But they're on top by a count of 6-0. So stepping in, Wilson Ramos. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And here's one that misses to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 6 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1. A ball and a strike. The 1-1 is taken for strike 2.
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked a guy up with it.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
Into the box now, Pedro Diaz. As he'll take a look at his strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And the changeup is way low that time. A good knee-high changeup taken for a strike. No runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
The batter, number 15, second baseman.
Digging in once again, Whit Merrifield. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit out towards second. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And 2-out success means Troy Tulowitzki will bat this inning.
Yeah, maybe a shot here now with two as they finally get another base runner on. He stranded 6 in a row prior to this point, so he's had his way with these guys for the past couple of innings.
A ball and a strike to count to Tulo now. The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Boy, he's been great in this one. He's only one.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will. In is Christian Yelich. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Here comes the first pitch. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
And now a right-hander up and throwing in the Baltimore bullpen.
Outside for a ball, 1-1.
Tried to go with the nasty backdoor breaking ball right there. Good job by the batter to take that pitch, work the count even.
Now here's the pitch. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. Looped out toward third. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Up next for the Yankees.
In now is the Yankees DH, Xander Bogaerts. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And now a swing and a miss, and that's what you call establishing the inside part of the plate. It's strike 1. The 0-1 on its way. Swing and a little blooper to center. And that'll get down for a base hit. In now, Didi Gregorius. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now.
Really tied him up on that one.
Yeah, clearly didn't recognize where that was going to end up, Matt. If I were pitching, I might go right back in there.
And he'll take this over to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner moves into scoring position at second.
Now batting. Right fielder.
Stepping into the box, Cole Calhoun earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Yanked on the ground down the line. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Here's D. Gordon now. It was a 2-bagger for him in his last at-bat.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this is a foul ball.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
I'll tell you right now, this guy has a shutout going, and it's been all business. He's not messing around trying to pick at corners. He's being aggressive in the zone, and he's attacking each and every one of these hitters up to this point.
Ready now for Baltimore, Andres Valenzuela. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Hit back up the middle. And that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit. Into the box, Anthony Rendon. He's 2 for 3 thus far. And now he'll step off quickly and look the runner back. First offering on its way. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid of that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
Pitch out, nothing doing. Runners on first with one down. Takes this the other way to right. In there, a base hit. Now a long throw to third. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
The 0-1 delivery. Takes a knee-high fastball. Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. He pulls into second safely as they also score a pair of runs on the play.
Usually a hitter will shorten his swing with 2 outs, but not this guy. He puts a big charge into this one and drives in a couple of runs along the way. That can be frustrating as a pitcher when you had a guy in the ropes and you couldn't finish him off, especially when he drives in runs.
First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0. Fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike to the Orioles first baseman. 1 out and a runner on second base. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Ryan Healy. Struck him out. Struck him out again. Third punch out of the game. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. And he gets ahead 0-1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2.
In today's game, if you're not disciplined for striking out, why would you change your approach with 2 strikes?
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Matt Bowman enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Here comes the first pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Merrifield is there. 1 quick out to start inning number 9. The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a called strike anyway. 1 out, nobody on. Smoke toward third. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Well, I think he got away with one right there. It was a fastball right down the middle, and he hit it hard, but he couldn't elevate it at all. Would have been a different story if he did.
Ready for another shot now. Cesar Hernandez. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. A ball and no strikes. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. 2-0 count and the pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. There to field it is Tulowitzki. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Pedro Diaz. He'll lead things off here as we play the bottom of the 9th. No balls and a strike to count. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Ready on 0-2. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
This is a pitch I think we'll see a lot from him in this game. The cutter darting in on the hitters in the opposite batter's box. It can be a real effective pitch when it's located well, and that one was right there.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Gregorius is there on to first, and the Orioles are down to their final out. Digging in to try it again, Troy Tulowitzki. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here. And with that, this one is over. And tonight's ends at a 6-2 finish. The New York Yankees. On a warm summer afternoon, we're getting set for baseball from Oriole Park here in Baltimore. Today, we wrap up the road trip with the third of 3 between the New York Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles. This should be a fun battle to watch, and it'll take place right after this. Chris Archer gets the ball for the Orioles in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, we look a lot at numbers from starting pitchers, walks to innings pitched, but one of the key stats I look for is whip. And he has a sub 1.30 whip coming into this start, which tells me he throws strikes. He's not afraid to get the ball in the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if he can string together some real quality innings in this one.
Well, guys, these Orioles entering play today, they come in trying to put together a complete ball game as they've lost their last 2.
Yeah, Matty V. And you know what, D-Roll, this is when you really get tested. They call it the dog days of August for a reason. When you're struggling like this team is right now, the games get long, the schedule gets long, and you start looking forward towards the end of the season.
Yeah, but you got to find a way, Dan. You know as well as I do. You got to look in the mirror. You're playing for way more, especially the way this team is underachieved. You got to keep grinding. You got to find a way to put your foot on the gas and show up to the yard every day ready to go.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Trey Turner goes down for the first out of the game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Now time to list the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Jerry Hillsdale.
You know, D-Roll, I think Jerry Hillsdale is a very good hitter's umpire. Doesn't give much on the edges. He's going to make you put the ball over the plate.
Oh, I love me some Jerry Hillsdale. You have to come over those 17 inches. He ain't giving you anything on the outside corner, and that's the way it should be.
Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over. Off the bat, that had soft base hit written all over it, but a nice snag there by the infielder on that soft liner that could have been a potential base hit.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. 1 strike now from Archer. And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. The 1-1. Liner toward right center. That gets down. And he's got himself a base hit. And the 2-out hit extends the inning for Salvador Perez. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. Head-to-head against Chris Archer, batting at an even .400. First delivery to him on the way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Blackman is off at first with 2 away. And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider. Perez tends to have more success against right-handed pitching like this than he does against southpaws. Could be a comfort thing. Maybe he just picks up the ball a little better, but that's the book on him at this point. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Yank. In now for the O's, D. Gordon, one of the better hitters in the league this year, currently 7th in the American League in hitting. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Well, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here. They've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead. You start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
Struck him out. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, what's the key in avoiding the sweep?
I got that this lineup, Matty, in Oriole Park likes to swing the bats. This place plays small. This place has a low wall. You can drive it out pretty much line to line, and there's a lot of room to be a hero in this yard.
Now at the plate, Andres Valenzuela, as we run you the numbers to see the splits between July and August. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1. Hit out towards second. Hernandez ranging up the middle. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Batting third baseman, Anthony Rendon.
Here comes the first pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. In his career, Rendon enters the day with a slugging percentage in the 460s, a number he can be proud of. Two out, nobody on. And he takes a called strike 2.
If I'm the guy in the batter's box right here, I have to take a step out, adjust my batting gloves, take the pull side out of it, because that was 3 fastballs in a row.
Lays off 2-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Here's another 2-2. Swung on by Rendon, and this is sent to deep left. Looking up is Yelich, and that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Just a tick behind for a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Orioles on the board first thanks to the solo home run. We'll head to the top of the second, and it's now 1-0 Baltimore. Next for New York, Christian Yelich took an 0-for-4 in the victory last night.
Christian Yelich.
A high fastball is in there.
There's a called strike on a fastball up in the zone. We're seeing more of that from pitchers nowadays. With the launch angles, guys are looking for the ball down in the zone. If a pitcher can pitch up in the zone like that pitch right there, you can go ahead and make some hay.
And he'll take this to the bag himself, and the leadoff man set down to start the second. Here's Xander Bogaerts now as he begins this one as the 4th leading hitter in the American League. Right side. Oh, what a stop on the slide. He's up with it. The throw. What a play. Digging in now, Didi Gregorius. He's currently 9th in the American League batting race entering play. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Gordon has it in his tracks. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy.
Leading off for the Orioles, first baseman, Ryan Healy.
Back up the middle and in for a base hit. So the Orioles get their leadoff man aboard to start the inning. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double. So the double puts him right into scoring position here to kick off the home second. And as you can see right there, he's now 3rd on the Orioles in that category. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Hit hard to the right. Foul. Curveball got him swinging for the first out.
All right, boys, let's take a look at how the Yankees are setting up on defense tonight. And guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much.
This one gets through, and that could bring in a run. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away. With Merrifield next to hit, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. The Iwakuma comes set. 1-1 pitch on its way. And a whiff at a good slider that time.
With 2 strikes and the runners at the corners, this is a big pitch coming up. Got to execute and hope to either get a strikeout or a double play ball to help you get out of this thing.
The tag from Perez. He's out at the plate. 1 left for the Orioles. We play 2 innings. It's 1-0. A nice aerial shot there. The Inner Harbor in downtown Baltimore as we welcome you back to the Charm City. Cole Calhoun will stand in now as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. Down the first baseline. This is foul for the first strike. 0-1 count and the pitch. Hits this one hard the other way. And that's through for a hit. With that, the Yankees have put their leadoff hitter aboard to start out the inning.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8th, 9th-hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you can swing the bat.
Oh, 0-1 count and the pitch. Hit high and deep to right center. And that'll get over the wall for a ground rule double, and that'll keep runners at second and third now with still nobody out.
Man, an unlucky break right there with the runner stealing from first. If that ball doesn't bounce over the wall for a ground rule double, he's probably going to score easily. But instead, he's forced to stay at third. Now it's going to be up to the next guy to drive him home.
Joyce has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. Riding in once again, Cesar Hernandez, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Sharp ground ball to third. And there's out number 2. Into the box now, Charlie Blackmon, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and the inning will continue. And the second run will score as well. So he's aboard with his second hit of the afternoon so far as we take a look at the league leaders in hitting. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Striding forward now, the Yankee cleanup hitter, Salvador Perez. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First offering on its way. Way in front of a great slider that time. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Gordon is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Yankees 2 and the Orioles 1.
Leading off for the Orioles, the shortstop.
Here's the first pitch to him. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Swung on, missed. 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Here it is. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0. The 1-0. A little bouncer, but it's foul. Strike 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance. Andres Valenzuela. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Iwakuma a look to first and a dive, but he's back in there. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
2 takes and now he's down 0-2. I'm not sure, but he may have been taking to give the guy at first a chance to run.
Working for the punch out and the offering. And a pitch out. Nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. The 1-2. Runner goes. There's a swinging bunt up the line. And this is going to work out for him. It's an infield single to make it first and second now. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Anthony Rendon, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And that one right down Main Street. Slow curveball like a balloon, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 2.
This is what every pitcher likes to have. Another 0-2 count really puts the hitters on the defensive side in multiple ways. You can go fastball up, you can go breaking ball down. One of the keys, getting ahead, and he's done a very good job of that so far.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Matt Joyce. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. A run in. Here's a second runner around third. And a relay to the plate. And it's not in time. He's safe as they take the lead with 2 runs scoring on the play. Ready now for Baltimore, Ryan Healy. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. No balls and 1 strike. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Late that time for a strike. Drilled to first. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos.
Boy, not the way you'd like to draw up an 0-2 pitch, D-Roll, but from a hitter's perspective, a pretty good job of staying alive 0-2.
Yeah, and he did an excellent job on the offensive side. Not to let the AB get away from him. I know he was down 0-2, but he bowled his neck and he stayed in there.
Looking to minimize the damage here. And a hard sinker there. Chopped foul at home plate. Ramos, a 6'1" right-handed swinger, and a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do. Leading off the inning, Christian Yelich, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. And that misses 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Soft liner towards center. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway. Digging in now for the Yankees, Xander Bogaerts. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Runners on the move for second. Now a flare out toward right center. And that's in there. Base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Hey, that's a beautiful job of executing a hit and run right there. Pretty interesting. Must have known he was going to try and get over the heart of the plate right there with something, either fastball or something off speed, because he was coming unglued 0-0.
Here's Didi Gregorius. He swings and grounds it to short. He's got it to second for 1, and the tag gets him. But we do have a tie ball game now with a run scoring on the play. Into the box now, Cole Calhoun. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Got him to go up the ladder there for strike 1.
I mean, this is the classic case of ambush tactics at its finest, but this is getting a little ridiculous. I'd like to see some of these guys in the lineup work the count a little bit and find themselves on base and maybe drive this guy's pitch count up.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Waved at and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance. And now the designated hitter for the Orioles, Pedro Diaz. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Grounded foul toward the third base dugout. The windup and the 0-1. Popped him up. Gregorius waits on it. And that's the first out of the inning. Opportunity now to take a look at some of the future players in the Yankee organization as our Road to the Show report spotlights a couple of guys that have been playing well in recent action. Digging in, Whit Merrifield. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
That is such a tough pitch to lay off right there, but you have to find a way. There's nothing you're going to do with that low sinker except foul it into your shin or hit a ground ball to the left side.
Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home fourth.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 2, Roy Tulowitzki.
Ready for another chance. Troy Tulowitzki. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Now here it comes. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. 4 innings in the books, tied 3-3. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Victor Rivera. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Moving under it, Gordon. 1 down. So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And we've got a power guy versus more a finesse guy, and that's illustrated here. 96 versus just 90 miles an hour is the top 2 speeds. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner.
His pitch count is in a really good place at this point in the game. He's pounding the zone and getting first pitch outs just like he did on the last guy. We might see him work deep into this game if he keeps this up.
Goodness. 0-2 now. Now a flare out to left center. And that'll get down for a base hit. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
I don't know how he got to that fastball right there. That looked like the old Tommy Hawk approach back in the 60s and 70s getting it out.
Into the box, Cesar Hernandez, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1.
He would have had to go with the old school Tommy Hawk approach on that one if he wanted to get on top, but he was able to lay off it.
Runner goes for second. A pitch out. The throw. Oh, but he thought better of it as he aborted the steal attempt and headed back to first. He'll try it again from first. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And they will tag him out between first and second. Hits are even at 7 apiece. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Tulowitzki into shallow left. He tracks it down. Here's D. Gordon now. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Center fielder, D. Gordon.
First pitch here is a sinker that runs a bit too wide. It's ball 1. Hot shot down the line. Scooped up on the backhand. And there's 1 down now.
Up next for the Orioles.
Digging in to try it again, Andres Valenzuela. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. Behind 0-2 now. Iwakuma's ready. Here it is on 0-2. Down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
made pretty quick work of him right there, setting him down on only 4 pitches. And what I liked about all of those pitches, they were down around the knees or lower. Pretty hard to do any kind of damage when pitches are located in that spot.
In now is Anthony Rendon. And he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Fouled off. Popped him up. Calhoun coming on. He can't get there as it falls in. He'll get it into second, but he'll be in there with a double.
Wow, he must be living right because he gets absolutely jammed. Thought we were going to see the bat splintered, but instead he muscles the ball to right for a double. Might get some heckles from his teammates, but no doubt he'll take it.
And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Here's Charlie Blackmon now. 2 base hits, both singles to this point.
Center fielder, Charlie Blackmon.
First pitch of the at-bat. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
And a changeup runs inside on him as he's got to back out of the way of that one. Now the 2-0. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The catcher, number 13.
Striding in once again, Salvador Perez. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here comes the first pitch. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will. Up into the corner now. A fair ball. And they're able to get the ball in quickly, so he'll be held to a single with 1 away.
He just scorched that ball off the wall, and now the question will be, should he have continued on or not? He thought about pushing it, I'm sure, but decided to play it safe. It would have been close, but I think this time he's probably right in staying at first.
Now started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. 0-1, here it comes. Runners going. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with 1 away.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of the baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. Runners breaking for the plate. 0-1 the count. 3 runs, 9 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And the runner's coming home. Behind 0-2 now. Runners breaking for the plate. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. And he's in there safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play. Here's Didi Gregorius. He's flied out and hit into a double play in 2 at-bats. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. 2 out here and a runner at second. Hit hard on the ground to short, and that's through into left, a base hit. He'll come home with it. And it's not in time. He's safe, as a run will score on the play as well.
Now batting, right fielder, Cole.
And now here comes Oriole manager Buck Showalter on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. 5 2/3 innings of work on his final ledger, as he was not particularly sharp from the get-go here. Kevin Quackenbush takes over here with a runner at first and 2 gone in the inning. Cole Calhoun will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. He swings and misses. Throw down. Oh, but he thought better of it as he aborted the steal attempt and headed back to first. Here's the 0-1 pitch. High fly ball out to deep right field. Looking up is Joyce. Into the bleachers and gone.
Oh, man, he got hurt. His second pitch since coming in, and he serves one up. A reliever's worst nightmare and a big confidence boost to the lineup. Let's see if he can rebound.
The first baseman, number 33.
In now, Victor Rivera. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Now the 1-0. Misses, ball 2. Looks like a lefty and a right-hander throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Throw in time, and they stop the bleeding as this side is retired. So it's 4 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and no one left. Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Line towards center field. Blackman patrolling center makes the play. 1 out.
The catcher, number 40.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, and he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. Hit on the ground out to short. Turner gloves it. Throw on to first. 2 gone.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Pedro Diaz. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Sinker, and this one's over as well. 0-2 now. Not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. Gone!
Well, he had him dead to rights at 0-2. Instead of making him chase a pitch and waste a pitch or 2, he served one up and paid for it dearly. That is one tough pill to swallow.
0-1 count and the pitch. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. To first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Orioles.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Orioles. Number 30.
Speedy Trey Turner digs in now. Last time for base hit. From the stretch. And it's fouled away. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. Swing and a liner. Foul. Here's a high pop-up. Ramos over to his left, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
Digging in once again, Cesar Hernandez. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Moving under it, Gordon. 2 down.
Now batting.
Stepping up now, Charlie Blackmon. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Merrifield has got it, and the side is retired. And here is Troy Tulowitzki. They'll try and get something started in the home half of the 7th.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate. And the pitch. A ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Line drive to center field. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 game so far. So it's a leadoff knock to start out the inning as they'll try to claw back at that 3-run deficit. Set and the pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Has a look, now the pitch. Hit on the ground to third. And that's in for a base hit. He's 2 for 4 now.
Hey, that was a nasty backdoor slider right there, but he was able to stay tough and drive that baseball the other way.
Now at the plate, Andres Valenzuela. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it, so he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
Ooh, tough to lay off there, but it's called the ball 1-2.
Big spot right here. That's a great pitch to try and see if you could get him to fish outside the zone. He's still in the driver's seat right now, and I'd expect something else to miss off the plate.
Hard sinker misses. 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Rounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Hit down the line at first. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for
4 runs, 11 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. Missed with a breaking ball.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Andres Valenzuela retired for the first out in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Comes set, and the 0-1. Takes a knee-high fastball. Oh, and a huge strikeout there as he certainly does his job out of the pen. And we'll see how they go after the next guy here. Here's Matt Joyce now. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
strike.
Two men are on with two men out. And it's 1-2.
With runners on base, 2 outs and 2 strikes, this is a big next pitch for both sides.
The 1-2 pitch. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. Well, this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. A little low. It's 2-2.
He executed that 1-2 curveball pretty well. I think that's right where he wanted it to end up, but he couldn't get him to chase at it. We'll see what they go with now.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Orioles strand. Digging in and looking for more, Salvador Perez will start us off in the 8th.
Salvador Perez.
He's set. Here it comes. Now a swing and a miss as they start him out on a pitch well inside for strike 1.
2 things pitchers really love: called strike 3s and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game.
How about it?
In is Christian Yelich. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. He's running. Popped him up. Ramos over to his right, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
How about it?
In now is the Yankees DH, Xander Bogaerts, who's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Runners off for second. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Valenzuela makes the catch, and now they might be able to double them off at first. But they'll just get the 1 out here as the runner will get back safely at first. Ready once again, Didi Gregorius. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance. First offering on its way. Runners on the move for second. That's lifted the other way out to left. Valenzuela will reach out with one hand. Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far.
Ryan Healy.
And that's in there for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
The catcher, number 40.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Right over the middle, knee high. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. Ready for another shot now. Pedro Diaz, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And a curveball taken for strike 2.
0-2.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. In now for the O's, Whit Merrifield. He was a ground out victim last time up. To short. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Zach Duke enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Off we go in the 9th as the first pitch misses for ball 1. The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1.
Got a ball, 1 strike.
The set and the 1-1 pitch is a fastball down below the knees. Now the 2-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. Popped him up. And no one will get this one. The 2-2 one more time. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to 3rd, and no swing. It's ball 3. Another full count offering on its way. And oh, he can't get out of the way of that one. So the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Yeah, it was a great battle there, and he was one strike away from putting him away. As a pitcher, you hate to put a guy on for free after all that work.
Next for New York, Victor Rivera. First delivery to him on the way. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. Now the 0-1. He's on the move again from first. Pitch inside, the throw. And they'll tag him out in the rundown. Bases are empty, one man out. Into the corner and slicing foul. That misses, and we're even at 2-2. The 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike three. The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. First pitch on its way. Hit on the ground out to short. Up with it now is Tulowitzki. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Here's Troy Tulowitzki now. He'll lead things off against the same reliever that finished off the last inning.
Well, you don't see in this day too many relievers going multiple innings, but guys have to earn that trust from their managers. We'll see how he handles it here.
And Tulowitzki's got himself a base hit. So it's a leadoff single that kicks off their half of the ninth.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
Long throw to third. And he is in there.
Up next for the Orioles.
Standing in as the potential tying run, Andres Valenzuela. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only one.
No doubt, some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
Turner stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. One gone. First pitch on its way. High in the air. Nashik is there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away. Here's Matt Joyce now. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. Two out here in the ninth. One ball, no strikes to count. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1.
He struggled quite a bit at the plate in this one, so until he shows he can put a good swing on the ball, I don't think they're going to give him anything straight that he can handle.
Baltimore down to their final strike. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first, and the Yankees have claimed the fourth consecutive victory here as this ball game is over.
Well, these guys feel pretty good about themselves, and they should. Anytime you can come into somebody else's ballpark